Hello, just Gem here and welcome, or indeed welcome back to my channel. While I'm on a low buy and I'm trying not to acquire more palettes and being challenged with every release that comes out, I'm trying to catch up on palettes that I picked up last year that I haven't had a chance to try yet or demo on a video. So today it is the turn of the Sinister palette. One of the reasons I held out is obviously this was the palette that came in the Sinister Mystery bundle that Cosmic Brushes / Cosmic Beauty did. But by this point, unless you have been living under a rock, I think you will be aware of what the palette looks like on the inside. So it's got 20 shades. It's 19 because you've got this shade called Ghost here, which is like a glossy topper that you can use, and I'm debating whether or not I want to use it. I don't know. Let's see what tickles my fancy once I've done one look on each eye, and if I feel that one eye or maybe both eyes could do with a nice glossy finish. I'm going to show you the swatches. I'm going to do one look on each eye, and then at the very end I'm going to give you my first impressions of the palette. Same formula as usual, to be honest. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's begin with the swatches and then we'll come back and do a couple of looks. I've done some compact swatches, so there's 20 shades, so it would have, 19/20, so it would have been a bit much to do them all the way up my arm. I think I would have run out of space. So what I've done is, I've done the first 10 here, so that's included in the first 10, this shade down here, and then I've gone the second lot of 9/10, but I've skipped out Ghost for obvious reasons. So there's when it comes to the formula, I mean, I have noticed that generally Cosmic is a bit drier than most. These weren't too bad. It was mainly the shades that had the most pigment that were the driest. So I'm trying to think. Danger, this red here, that was pretty dry. This pink shade here next to the silver, that's called Shiver, and that's a bit of a chunkier formula. So when I swatched that, I did kind of have to give it a bit of a smooth with my finger, just because it's one of a chunkier formulation. I think that's the chunkiest shimmer in the palette. The shade Sinister, so that's the namesake of the palette, that's this one down here. And I might go and grab, like when I come back to sit down, I might grab Cool Trolls and swatch Gravitate next to it, and maybe I'll pull out 'Tis the Season and just swatch Cranberries too. I think it's, when it comes to duos and multi-chromes, that just seems to be a really sort of popular shift. So I feel like they might be quite similar, but I'll swatch those so you can see all three of them next to each other. Okay, on to the comparisons and then the looks. Oh wait, but first, just showing you what the shades look like with a light over the top. I have pulled out Cool Trolls and 'Tis the Season, so I'm just going to compare Sinister from Sinister, Cranberries from 'Tis the Season, and Gravitate from Cool Trolls. Mainly my own curiosity, but in case anyone else is wondering too. So actually on my fingers, they do look very well. These are the ones I thought would be the most similar. So that's Sinister, that's Gravitate, and then that's Cranberries in the middle. So I'll put these two next to each other and then Cranberries on the end. So Sinister, Gravitate. Okay, interesting. And then Cranberries. Okay, yeah, they're more different than I thought they would be. So Sinister has got, what to say that's got? Reddy purpley shift, while Gravitate is bluey silver, at least under this light. Should we turn this off and see if that... Yeah, they're more different than I thought they would be, but I thought I'd swatch those and compare them for you just so you could see. I made a start on a look, didn't like it at all, so I've cleaned it off and we're going to do it again. We're going to start again. I'm thinking blacky purpley silver, purpley reddy pinky. So I'm going in with Creepy first, and let's put that here. I was quite productive yesterday. I filmed 2 videos, edited one, and that's currently uploading. That's tonight's video. And then I'm filming this. I may film another video after this. I'm not 100% sure yet. But it is quite, well, it's not late. It's probably around the time I'd start to film if I was filming after work, because it's just after 5. But filming another video after this might be a bit ambitious because I do want to wash my hair today. I think if I put any more product on my hair, it will just pluck itself out of my scalp and run away. I fear for my hair, so we're going to wash it tonight, get rid of the build-up of product because I've just been killing it with gel, and reset it, fresh locks with a nice wash. Speaking of wash, Creepy has given quite a nice wash of colour. And then we're going in with Cursed, same brush. And putting that on the outside. It's better start than the first go round, but I'm still, I don't know if I'm 100% sure. I do like these shades of purple though, I've got to say. But it seems to have stuck there. I don't know if it's poor primer application, but it's just stuck right there. I think that's better. I don't think it helps that I started a look and then cleaned it off, so I wonder if my eye is a bit angry at me. I feel like it's still a little stuck there. We'll cover that up with a shimmer, but I suspect that's human error rather than the shade. I don't normally start on the inside. I don't know why I've started on the inside today. We'll go with Ominous, and that's the deepest purple in the palette. And let's see about darkening up the outside a little bit. I'm hoping it's one of those trust the process things and it'll come together, but we'll see. haunted and chilling as the shimmer shades. Let's do a bit of NYX glitter primer. Let's see. Bit of haunted on the outside. And then chilling on the inside. Ooh, that's quite impactful. I don't know about the shape I've done. I think I probably would have liked it more if I had started on the outside, but I'm warming to it. It's not as disastrous as it could have been. So on the other side, I think I said purpley reddy pink. Or maybe I just go reddy pink. Red and pink don't always go together, but we're going to try it today. Let's start on the outside this time. So at the time, I did debate whether or not to pick this up, because it's very, which it sounds like a silly reason to not pick something up. It's not like anything I own, meaning it would push me out of my comfort zone, as possibly demonstrated by eye number 1. Should we go in with Damned? So Damned is the deepest red in the palette. And let's map that out. I wasn't sure. I went back and forth a bit, and then I decided to myself, do you know what? I do want the palette, but I'm not fussed about the rest of the items in the mystery bundle. And I think it's available on the website now to buy just the palette on its own, but I think it was exclusive to TikTok originally. So there's Nightmare and there's Danger. Nightmare's ever so slightly deeper, Danger's like your bright red. Yeah, maybe I'll kind of mimic what I did on the other eye. So Nightmare. So I ordered this off the TikTok shop a little while ago now. And I did think I'd wait a little while to dig it out, just in case anyone wanted to keep it a mystery for a little bit longer and they were doing a good job of avoiding the videos people were posting. But I thought it was about time I dug it out and gave it a whirl. It's got very similar vibes to the Bella Beauté Bar Vamp palette. Not one I would pick up because I've got Sinister. Now I know the formulas are going to be different, and I think the shimmers in Bella Beauté Bar are supposed to be more wow, basically. I think they're meant to be more, oh wow, that's really bright. I thought they'd be more similar actually, these two reds, but they are indeed pretty different. See, looking, I think the shapes are similar. I think it just threw me off that I started on the inside for some reason. I do still want to try Bella Beauté Bar, but obviously made 0 sense to pick up Vamp, considering the price point and how much it would cost to get it to me when I could have Sinister. I've just gone back into Damned there just to bridge the shades a little better. This is a ref of 15 and I'm just, no pigment on it, but it's a bit harsh. So I've just gone across just to soften that out a little bit. Okay, my battery died just as I was applying my NYX glitter primer, but that's okay. We are back, and now I might use Sinister. I'm just going to have a mini swatch party of Sinister, Shiver and Warning. Sinister, Shiver, Warning. Oh, I think it would be excessive to put all of those on my lid, wouldn't it? But the temptation is there. I think I might do Warning and Shiver. Warning and Shiver. Yeah, I'm going to do those two. Warning. Yeah, that's nice. It's quite monochromatic, but I feel like you can demonstrate more shades almost. Well, it depends on the colour scheme of the palette, but I felt like I would be comfortable leaning into the almost monochromatic halves to demonstrate the shades for you. That's a nice shimmery red. Very nice shimmery red. There's part of me that still wants to put Sinister. Shall I do Sinister and then we'll put Shiver as the inner corner? Let's do that. Oh gosh, I hope I like this. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, see, I feel like that's too subtle. There's not enough of a change. I should have done Shiver. But I've done Sinister now. Maybe what I'll do is, instead of, rather than an inner corner highlight as such, I might take it in more than that. You can kind of see, but I think Shiver would have been more of a statement. I'll use my Reference number 2 to go into Shiver. So this is chunky, so I know I've got to be careful. I wonder if maybe silicone applicator, perfect tool for the job. I still feel like I've picked up a lot there. I've got to remember that from last time. Don't gouge, don't gouge. Right. Yeah, that's Shivers very nice. Digging out this silicone applicator was the correct decision. Actually, I quite like that. I don't know. I mean, I'll zoom you in, but that's actually quite a nice gradient, so I don't wholly regret putting in Warning. Yeah, no, that works actually. That works. Redeemed, hurrah. Okay, I'm going to tidy up. I think I'm going to do most of my face and then we'll come back and do my under eyes. I think we'll do it that way. Back shortly. So now I've decided we're going to do under eyes and then we'll do the rest of the face. Go under with Ominous. I was going to go under this side with black, but I think black would just be too much. But Ominous is very, very dark, so I think that will give the vibe, and if it's too dark I can always blend it out with Cursed. So Ominous. So I've dipped into Cursed with my Refa 13. Yeah, it's just softened it a little bit. I don't know if it's light enough. Like, I'm looking at the shade Eerie. Will that work as an inner corner? Should we try it? Zoeva 237. I almost feel like it's a bit deeper. I'll go over that with a matte shade. Let's put Paranormal as the inner corner. Let's pretend Eerie never happened. Yeah, there we go. Next time I do a look, I'm definitely going to put Eerie on the lid and I'll reserve Chilling for the inner corner. On this side, same thing I think. Damned softened out with Nightmare. Let's try that. Refa 13, pigment wiped off, Nightmare. Gosh, I've got a white desk and it's absolutely filthy. 237 shader. Let me just see if I can tidy up Shiver a little bit. Okay, right, now I'm going to finish everything off and then come back and give final thoughts. I have zoomed you right in so that you can see both eyes completed. So this is the purpley silvery side and this is the reddy pinky side. Less pink, more red though. Purpley side, reddy side. I'm trying to decide which one I prefer. I mean, purple, I love purple, but I think I'm going to have to give it to the red today. I love how Shiver has gone into Sinister and then into Warning. Just really love that gradient, so I think the red side has won it for me. But let me know if you think differently. Are you team purple or team red? I feel like I'm wearing entirely the wrong coloured t-shirt. I picked this t-shirt because I thought I was going to be filming with a different palette and I didn't end up filming with that palette and then I forgot to change my t-shirt. So this looks very bizarre. I'm very dumb. Should I change my t-shirt? I'm back and I've got a black t-shirt on. I think that's much better. I will dig out that t-shirt again for the palette I was going to film originally, and if you watch both videos I think you'll see what I mean. I've gone deliberately ham with the blush today. I wanted to go more for an editorial style blush, but I don't know if I've gone a bit too far. So you'll have to let me know. It looks extra. What I've done today is I'm gonna have to buy a backup of this because I am going to run out. It's the 89 Fine lip liner and I've just used it to fill in my entire lip. I was gonna go black, but I didn't want to go black, and this is a very dark brown, so I've gone with that. It's not quite as stark as a black lippy would have been. The usual suspects on my eyelids: Clinique eyeliner, Rimmel Thrill Seeker. So for the blush that I've gone ham with, I've used my Made by Mitchell curve case in Deeper Than Deep. I've used Dairy Queen in the corner here. So this is one of the reasons, this curve case effectively is one of the reasons why I didn't want to get the mystery bundle, because I'm pretty sure that effectively two of the colours that are in here are two of the blushes that were in the mystery bundle. Being economical, I didn't need the whole mystery box, and then I have set that with Mulberry Muse from Trigwell Cosmetics, and then I've also put a little bit of highlighter. I'm using this Noctilucent a lot here, and I've gone in with Far Out, which is this shade right here. And I've gone in, it's very subtle, you can see it though, you can see it. I didn't want to go too into it on account of the fact that I've got about 10 layers worth of blush on my face. Overall though, it was definitely, I think there's more of a trust the process situation with bolder, brighter colours. So I wasn't sure about this eye, and I think I threw myself off by starting on the inside and working out. Not that I've never done that before. I did that for my Blend Bunny look that I did recently. but it just threw me off, and I think I didn't get the shape quite right, but I managed to sort of tidy up, so it was fine. I did have a few issues, like I did mention it at the time, but I'm going to sort of, maybe I'll give that colour combo a try, maybe I'll tweak it a little bit, but I do suspect that that's because I ballsed up this eye originally, wiped it clean, applied more, so my eye was just giving me the two middle fingers effectively and not playing ball, and I did get like a little bit of gripping in one area, which I did kind of alleviate, but then I ended up putting the shimmers over that anyway. But I think that's more, as I said at the time, a combination of human error and just my eye being a bit angry at being a tad irritated. As I said, I mean, you've got to be careful with the shade Shiver. With the shade Shiver, where's Shiver gone? Shiver's here. I've already, from going in there, deposited chunks into Nightmare directly below it. It's the chunkiest shimmer formula in there by a long way. So definitely be careful with Shiver when you're using that. You're going to need a light hand for that. I will try Ghost, but I don't think I want to use it today. No, I feel like Ghost should be reserved for when I use more black. Yeah, but I didn't want to use black today. I didn't feel like using black. I think Luminous is as dark as I've gone. It's almost a tale of two halves. You've got your purple side, and then you've got like your red side. This is almost like my comfort zone, this top area. Not that I'm uncomfortable using reds, but they don't tend to be... Reds aren't colours that I normally go for. Blue, purple, green is my comfort zone. And that really is why I wanted to get this palette. I just wanted to see what I could do when I had a safety blanket to fall back on. It's a very unique colour story, barring the fact that obviously Bella Beauty Bar have done a very similar colour story, but on the whole, before these two, I don't recall seeing a palette that looks like this. What do I think about the formula in here? So there seems to be... I've got to go back, I've said this before, but I want to go back because I just remember the mattes in Undergrowth being really, really dry. And I think I also thought that about 'Tis the Season. I think they were on the dry side as well. These ones not so bad, not so bad. Yeah, Ominous is a tad dry, Damned. Yeah, Danger. So yeah, as I said, it's the shades that are way more pigmented that are drier. It's like there's a correlation there. The more pigment, the drier it is. And maybe there's like a scientific thing involved in that with how pigments work and the formulation. But as per usual, no issues apart from that minor skippage. But it wasn't even skippage, it was a patch where most of it deposited. And that's why I think it's because maybe that area was still a bit wet, almost like moist from when I'd cleaned it off before, so it just clung to that area, because it was like the opposite of patchiness. I'm glad I picked this up. I am glad, with it being limited edition, and I don't know, Cosmic might change their mind. It's their prerogative if they decide, do you know what, people want this palette, they like this palette, we're gonna make it permanent. But I'm glad, in case they don't bring it back, that I picked it up, because I know how I feel about the fact that I don't have Royal Rose. And now that I'm at a point where I have every single palette that Cosmic have done since Royal Rose, I mean, I don't know, let's just see what Cosmic does down the line. I've got that many palettes from Cosmic that they're gonna have to really pull it out of the bag with colour stories going forward for me to kind of keep going. If it's limited edition, there's a good chance I'll probably pick it up. It's really bad, isn't it? But again, I do have to like the colour story. This is definitely the Cosmic formulation that we've kind of come to know and love. It works. it does what it needs to. I like the variation of the shades in here. There's nothing in here that I feel is too close. I think one of my criticisms of Culturals, for example, is that some of the shades in there, I do question why both of them are needed. But looking at these swatches on my arm, I think I'd say there's a place for all of them. They all make sense. They're all very in theme with the palette. Right, so I'll leave it there. I'm not doing a wear test because at this point I know how Cosmic brushes shadows perform and how well they last, and they last well. So no longevity test there. Plus it's 6:40 and I plan to go to bed at a reasonable hour, so we're not doing a longevity test, just putting it out there. Did you pick this up? Is it one that, because it is very different for Cosmic. Have you picked this up? If you haven't, do you plan on picking it up? Also, don't forget to let me know, Team Purple, Team Red, which one are you feeling? Have I gone too ham with the blush? Quite possibly, probably. As always, thank you for taking the time to watch. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, consider subscribing, hitting that notification bell, and hopefully I'll see you again in a video in the not too distant future. Take care. Bye. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to